Hello, hello. Happy Sunday morning. Happy Sunday morning. Well, y'all know I always like to give my 2 cents about different things that are going on. Let me see, nobody's not in here. Let me do my other device to make sure the volume is up. Hold on, everybody. Testing. 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 Oh, okay. All right. So, first, I want to make this clear. Uh, I'm not a fan of P. Diddy's. You know, no man that puts their hands on women and beat them down like they dogs. Kanye West. Um, I like Kanye West. I've always liked Kanye West. I feel like, you know, some terrible things happened to Kanye. Uh, and hold on. Kanye, you know, was able to get out and get away. A lot of people think Kanye is weird. You know, he don't make sense. Um, you know, Kanye talks. Hey, hey, Miss Queen. You know, they say he talks about the gay people, but you know, Kanye does tell the truth about some things. Now, Kanye West went to support P. Diddy. And I do not like P. Diddy. But a lot of people don't like R. Kelly. But that's our family friend. I want to say kudos to Kanye West for going to that court to show support to a person I don't like. And he has been checking on this man's kids. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, they mentioned Kanye's name a couple of days ago in the trial. Him and P. Diddy wasn't speaking and all of this stuff. Well, let me tell you something, baby. We do not have a crystal ball, and we do not know what hand we are going to be dealt with in this thing called life. When you might get in trouble. Let me tell you something. A person does not have to like the actions of the person of what they did, but they still love that person. Nobody. They scattered like roaches with P. Diddy. But boy, they sure loved him. Everybody had P. Diddy's name in their mouth. And so he gets in trouble. They scatter like roaches. Let me tell you something. One day them people, they'll probably get in trouble too. Um, oh, hey, Miss Queen, hold on for a minute. Kanye is crazy and Diddy is sadistic. So they should support each other. They are cut from similar cloth. Well, whatever it is, for him to go to that court and be the only person to be there for him. And he's been checking on his kids. Miss Queen, you know, everybody else done left the man high and dry. And they all been partying together. You know, they scattered like roaches. They all scared. They all was involved. And so, for Kanye to go and show support, and he has been checking on the man's kids and stuff, I would, you know, have to give him kudos for that. Hey, Brian Lynn. Yeah. And, you know, at this point, you don't. It don't matter. Like I said, life, you're going to be dealt with some situations. And you're going to need somebody in your corner They might not like your accent, 'cause they might tell you, I don't know how you got in this situation. You know, what you did was wrong. Maybe, I'ma be there. I'ma check on your kids, check on your family, make sure you got a little money on your books and stuff, you know. And Kanye, they have been feuding with each other. But like I say, we never know what's gonna happen. And sometimes your blessings might come from the people you can't stand, or you don't like, or anything. Yeah, you say Kanye probably the only person he did screw over. Yeah, because I mean, Diddy, he has been alienated. And like I say, he done screwed over a lot of people. Well, shoot, girl, like I say, I've been following this stuff. Um, it's like a movie to me. I ain't even been able to halfway get nothing done for watching Tisa Tales, Ticket TV. I'm mine. Girl, I'm every day I'm watching this stuff unfold. Yeah. And I don't care neither. I don't know these people. I'm just always talking. I'm just saying for him to go, to the court and just, you know, be like, I don't give a darn what nobody say or whatever. I'm still going. And I remember when when Diddy first went to jail, Kanye, oh, okay, uh, he was saying, like, ain't nobody checking on the man's kids, calling them or anything. Like they scattered like roaches. But like I say, they couldn't keep their name, get his name out their mouth. Um, you know, before the arrest. And see, I got my own personal feelings about this whole case too, because as long as people of my color was coming up. Ooh, hold on, let me drink something. When people of my color, you know, was shot by him allegedly. You gotta say alleged. Artists coming up missing. You know, women of my color getting their nose broke. You know, nothing, nothing happened. Not all of a sudden, you know, since this lady filed the lawsuit, now y'all want to come after him. I'm so sick of them with this narrative. It take 30 years and all of this. That's bull crap. Y'all knew what this man was about 20 years ago. So, I do have an issue with that. When people of my color came up unalive, nose broken, allegedly, shot allegedly, artist, mysterious deaths, and everything, why wasn't he investigated then? And so, you know, and I'm like you, Queen. I'm like you. They not even addressing the things I'm concerned about. I don't give a darn about no freak offs and sex, all of that other kind of stuff. You know, they not addressing. You know, hey, Wi-Fi. They not addressing when people of color, my color, was allegedly shot, nose broke, artists coming up unalive, uh, you know, supposed to been kids, you know. But somebody talking about I'm Kanye. You Kanye West, send me $20,000 if you Kanye West. Send me $20,000, you Kanye West. But anyway, for Kanye to go to that court and, to be checking on his kids, I gotta get a man some type of credit, because everybody needs somebody. And all of them party together, all their names, Lord knows, you know, what all these people done did, which, like I said, uh, when it came to people of my color, wasn't nobody concerned about that. But the man is in trouble now. And so, seemed like Diddy, he had some harpoon nanny bills. He was dishing out money, uh, taking care of the women and stuff. But look at the price that they had to pay. But, you know, but anyway, when you get in trouble, or you are facing never um, being able to come home again, And you know, everybody in Hollywood done the same type of behavior that you've done, and you're the only one on trial. You know, because like I say, them friends, they scattered like roaches when you turn on the lights. You know, Jay-Z talking about, you know, they was just business partners and all of this. Really, you don't have to say anything. Jay-Z didn't have to make that comment. But anyway, for Kanye to go to that court, I don't care what he done said about the J people. I don't care how crazy he is, allegedly. Y'all call him crazy. I think he all right. He in this right, man. He might be bipolar. Everybody ain't wrapped too tight these days, no way. And then, considering he was in Hollywood, Lord knows what he saw. But for him to go and support the number one enemy, you know, I gotta give the man some kudos. But also for him, at least checking on his kids. Because, like I say, you know, we don't know what life is gonna bring. And when you get in trouble, and sometimes you could be an innocent person too, and you get in trouble, and you don't have nobody there for you. You got kids out there. Uh, I can only imagine what that would feel like. And so, for Kanye to say, well, you know, Kanye don't care what the world thinks about him anyway. For him to go show his support and for him to be checking on his kids, I think he deserves a little kudos for that. Again, this is just my opinion. You know, everybody saying, oh, he ain't no good representation. Who would want they representing them and showing support? Well, it don't matter. It don't matter what you think. The man went and supported him, and I will give him kudos because we don't know when we might need a lifeline from somebody when we get in trouble. And like I said, you know, we don't like a lot of things that some people do. We don't like to be known as, um, you know how they say birds of a feather flock together. Well, that's true to a certain extent because some people know people as a family person, a friend, and some don't know a person, you know, that other people know. And like I say, I ain't heard too many good things from nobody about Puffy. that has taken the stand, and I'm like, woo, oh my goodness. But anyway, kudos to Kanye because in this thing called life, we're gonna all, we need people in our lives that are gonna stick with us through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so you don't have to like your friends' actions. You can be so mad at them, but at the end of the day, a true friend sticks with somebody through the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And my God, it seems like P. Diddy, the only thing is bad and ugly. Uh, so, when I really, you know, the topic ain't about him, it's about Kanye being a true soldier, not giving a darn what nobody thinks about him. He only stayed in the courtroom, I think they said, for about 15 or 20 minutes. I think he was with one of his sons. But since everybody has left Diddy scattered like roaches, you know, look who stepped up, who stepped up. Now, and like I say, that's Hollywood business. But I break down Hollywood business to regular life in this thing called life. I have had some hard times before. I had some situations that happened to me. And I thank God for my praying family and friends and those that just stood by me. And so they all partied together. Now, one is on trial, and like I say, all the party goers, they done scattered like roaches. But everything was all good, fine, and dandy when all of y'all was partying. and doing the devil's work. And so, just to the regular people, you find you some friends that you know that's gonna be there through the good, the bad, and the ugly. When you get, Miss Queen says, when you get into a position and nobody around you, that means you are a horrible person. Hell, even R. Kelly was never alone. No, baby, he wasn't alone. He, you know, Diddy got to pay folks to wear his T-shirts. R. Kelly had a whole lot of people supporting him. He wasn't alone. Bill Cosby wasn't neither. Oh, girl, no, no. Oh, no. And like I said, you know, Diddy, Diddy. Oh, girl, it's like every time, Miss Queen, when I'm listening to them read these transcripts, I'm like, oh my God. I mean, he wasn't nothing nice. He was not nothing nice. I mean, hell, he treated everybody bad. He treated everybody bad. But I'm pretty sure, um, well, hell, I can't even think of nothing because let me see. He didn't pay him overtime. They worked like a dog for him. I wonder, did he even get him Christmas bonuses, Miss Queen? His workers and staff. I wonder, did he give him Christmas bonuses? Yeah, I am very disappointed in Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, whatever he wanna be called, Mr. Freaky Leaky and Itty Bitty Diddy and Tootsie Roll Diddy. He got a bunch of names now. Yeah, you know, when I think about it, all of them workers, nobody testified. Uh, uh, oh yeah, Kid Cudi. When I think about it, Miss Queen, now one of them people that worked for him said, "Oh, he gave us a nice Christmas bonus." But I'm just disappointed in him with all of the alleged, alleged, you know, there's a lot of unalive people connected to him. But I never liked him. It was always something about him when he first came out. But I used to say then, Miss Queen, when I was watching his videos, if you watch his videos, notice he behind the men. And I used to be like, why is he always behind the men? Look like he looking at them like he want them. And then come to find out, you know, he was that way. but I never liked him. Yeah, girl, they called him Tootsie Roll, Diddy, Itty, Bitty, Diddy. No, Miss Queen. No, nobody testified that he was this great boss. What they testified is they worked a whole lot of hours, didn't get paid they overtime. Everybody was glad, to get on board with a young guy starting a company out. He got all of the connections. And next thing you know, girl, they involved in everything. Everything. But no, not when I think about it, not one of them personal assistants said he gave them a Christmas bonus. But I just hate the fact that so many artists of my color that was on his label, you know, they're unalived, you know. He didn't pay them well. He was supposed to have been setting the trend, a new trend. He was supposed to have been making sure, well, of course, nobody thinks the way I think or feel the way I feel. But he was in a position, to me, where he should have really been helping artists of our color make sure they get the right amount of money that's due to them. And he did the same thing that these other record labels do, which was beat the artist. So, yeah, this trial been something else. Yeah, Kid Cudi said that, you know, the Christmas gifts was unopened. Girl, just the nerve of him to go in somebody's house and do that. Like I'm sending you a warning. But hey, Kid Cudi was ready to deal with him. And you know what's so sad, Miss Queen, is that, you know, everybody's, oh yeah, yeah, that was some petty, ignorant stuff. But he did a whole lot of petty, ignorant stuff. Yeah, he was just ignorant. I don't know if the money did it to him. If the money did it, where he felt like he was on top of the world and could just do anything he wanted to do and treat people any type of way he wanted to. Like, I'ma make people bow down to me, girl. You know. Yeah. But Kid Cudi, was, hey, we can meet and deal with this. They had to have an intervention. His daddy was against the girl. They say his daddy was a small town, a small town, and his daddy died when he, was little. But hey, I guess it's in the DNA. So, yeah, I guess it's in the DNA. But yeah, his daddy, uh, they say, what, he was a dope dealer and stuff. Yeah, I just really hate, you know, the whole rap hip hop industry been destroyed. Girl, I'm so hurt and disappointed. You know, like, wow, these people really deceived us. Oh, yeah, he was jealous of Biggie. Biggie was getting ready to leave him. Yeah, well, let me tell you something. I'll never forget. I Now, since folks want to be talking about these people testifying, I remember when it came on the news that Biggie Small, aka Notorious Big, was unalive in Cali and girl hypnotized. That song had just came out. And when they showed them pictures, I said, now why was it bullets in a certain area? But I always felt like he had something to do with the unaliving of Biggie. And poor Biggie, he shouldn't have never been with Faith Evans. Little Kim really loved him. And like I say, P. Diddy will Mr. Who we hope he find love. We hope something happens to him. I hope. Mm-mm. Oh no, girl. Uh. No, he was with little Kim first, girl. Little Kim was way before Faith. Mm-mm. Little Kim was before Faith, honey. They put him with Faith Evans because they said Little Kim looked too ratchet and stuff. Yeah, just for the unaliving of the alleged unaliving of Biggie and Tupac. I want them gone. And then Natanya Rubin. Now he got all of that money. All of that money. And they getting ready to break him. And what did he gain with all of that money? Because he's gonna end up broke with all of these kids. But no, honey, he was with Little Kim. Biggie was with Little Kim way before Faith. Mhm. Yeah. I wonder, do he even realize what type of dirty person he was? I keep telling people, Miss Queen, I'm so tired of people saying, you know, we all God's people. I'm like, that's a lie. Everybody ain't God's people or the higher power or whatever you believe in. Lucifer got their own kids out here too. Yeah, girl, you better go back and look up history, honey. Honey, he was with Little Kim way. Biggie was with Little Kim way before Faith. Faith Evans. They bought her in because she was, light skinned and all of that. They did a job on Little Kim talking about her. That's why she had all them facelifts and stuff. And just think, he did it. He done ruined so many people's lives. So many people, you know, are on drugs because of, yeah, because of him. Yeah, and yeah, that's what I say. Cause she was fooling around with Biggie. Girl, I think, was she still? Yeah, yeah, she was insecure about her skin tone. Yeah, all colors. But unfortunately, you know, they felt like the lighter you was, the better looking or you were better. And we all the same couple at the end of the day. Yeah, she was. Yeah, little girl, that song, How Many Licks? Not Tonight. Yeah, that was my girl. I loved all that ratchet music. Girl, Faith Evans, girl, please. It wouldn't surprise me if she wasn't involved in the unliving of Biggie. And then to get with his friend and stuff. Yeah, though Kim did. So for people like me that loved with the hippie to the hip hop, you don't stop rocking to the bang bang boogie. To a person that was really loving rap and hip hop and the way they was sampling the old school music, Miss Queen, girl, when I tell you that this has been so disappointing to find out these so-called men claiming like they was gangsters, you know, gangsters, and they wasn't nothing but Barbie dolls. Nothing but Barbie dolls. Acting like they was gangsters. Yeah, listen to you some little Kim girl. Not tonight. hmm Yeah. And so it's disappointing, you know, for P. Diddy to have the whole world at his hands. And he could have made a difference. And he didn't do nothing. Do nothing. Do nothing to help the artist. That's really sad and disappointing, you know. Yeah. And see, then they had Suge Knight all wrong. Suge Knight was really the man that was trying to do the right thing with the artists, and they didn't like him. Girl, let me tell you something. Uh, Itty Bitty Diddy, Tootsie Roll Diddy, Itty Bitty Diddy, Tootsie Roll Diddy is trying to do anything by any means necessary. Anything necessary. So it could be a mistrial. Brian Steele, they talking about he was such a great lawyer. I said, how was he a great lawyer? If Young Thug did not commit that crime that he was accused of, why did he take a plea deal? Why did he take 15 years probation? Oh, girl, let me tell you, Young Thug case was entertaining, girl. Lil Woody had me cracking up. Hey, the realest. But a lot of people be like, Young Thug and them boys did that. I said, well, in a way, you can't say who did it. Hey, Peanut was gone with the doggone DA Fanny. She, you know, with her crooked butt. Miss Queen, hey, the realest, check this out, y'all. Now they paying people $35 an hour now. You can go to New York. Girl, Tiffany hit you at the fast and came in. And that's another thing. I'm tired. Tired. Every time. Oh, what was I gonna ask y'all? Dang it. Um, shit. Dang it. Oh, dang it. Wait a minute. What was I gonna ask y'all? Lord, I be waking up. I've been having a lot of health issues lately. Oh, okay. Oh, would y'all go to New York and wear one of them shirts, a free Diddy shirt for $35 an hour? Because now they up to paying them $35 an hour. Would y'all go to New York? Hey, free, free, itty bitty Diddy, a free Tootsie Roll Diddy. And then, do y'all know? Yeah, for $30 an hour. And then check this out, y'all. So y'all know there are people that go stand in line for the other people, and they paying them like $100. See, people go stand in line like at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and hold people places. Yeah, I did a show on it. They were interviewing the people. At first, it was $20. Now it's up to $35. $35 an hour to wear a free Diddy shirt. And then they have people that are standing in line for like the bloggers and people. They be out there at 1 or 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, standing in line, holding a person's line. Yeah, hey, the realest. It's done went up now to $35. Hey, let me tell you something. With the way food going up, and you know, I'm mad because I used to order from Uber Eats about 3 or 4 times a week. Because it's just me, I don't cook. Shoot. I said maybe I need to go to New York and stand in line and get that extra money. Yeah, really, it's done went up from $20 to $35. And then people are holding folks' places in line. Yeah, it's a lot of money to be made out there in New York right now. You can stand in line, they pay you. Uh, you wear a shirt, they paying you. They say it's a whole sideshow going on out there. You can't make this mess up. But I mean, when you think about it, $20 an hour ain't bad, you know. And it's an honest, it's an honest paycheck. They're giving you cash. If I could wear a free itty bitty ditty shirt, I would jump on the plane tomorrow. But I ain't standing in no line unless I could have a chair. Yeah, boy, it's money being made in Brooklyn, New York. Shoot, it's illegal. Then it's cash. That's why some of them bloggers they able to get on the main floor now. They paying people. They stand in line all night, girl. Shoot. They say they partying out there. They having all kind of fun out there. Girl, the minute it start raining, I will be gone. Hey, the realest. I was giving kudos to Kanye West because I said, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what he done said about them J people. I said, I don't care what motives people say he got for going. But I said, I got to say, he a real man. He went and showed support to, to a person that everybody done ran the hell away from. You know what? I wonder if I went and stood in front of that court, in front of the courthouse with a free itty bitty ditty shirt. Shoot, I might go viral. Hey, that's a suggestion for somebody. If you want to go viral, go go stand in front of the courthouse and wear a free itty bitty ditty shirt or a free Tootsie Roll ditty. Queen, you want to go? I think we can go viral. You want to go to realist? Oh, he done spent $4 million. $4 million for people to wear his shirts, people to troll on social media. You know he got to be paying some of these people because you listening to some of these people talk and you like, yeah, Diddy got to be paying them. Yep, $4 million. And you know he paying some of these bloggers The way they talking, you sitting there like, are you crazy, man? Cause shoot, I want to say some names, but it's a couple of bloggers. I'm like, he did he got to be paying them? But yeah, he has spent a whole lot of money on this campaign for Diddy during his trial. Yeah, yeah. And so he paying bloggers too. All these bloggers talking about these women wasn't victims and all of this stuff, you know, and they showing text messages and playing audio. I had some hard pills to swallow when I had to listen to the transcripts of R. Kelly, but I had to face the facts, and I still love him, because that ain't the person I know. You know what? I hope don't nobody steal my idea. Y'all, I think it's a group of us should go to New York and wear some free itty bitty ditty shirts. I think we would go viral. But I don't know, shoot. I'm sort of scared of Mr. Love P. Diddy Puff Daddy shoot. Hell, he might find my address. Shoot. Yeah, he might find my address. Cause if they come knocking on this door, somebody going down. Yeah, you got to, you know, you got to be careful talking about the man now. Cause he do got some unalive bodies around him. Might show up at your doorstep the way that them lawyers showed up against that girl that was talking about Jay-Z. You know, one minute Jay-Z wasn't at the party, then the next minute Jay-Z was at the party but didn't touch her. Okay, y'all. I gave that idea of y'all to go viral with free itty bitty ditty shirts, but don't do it because he might reach out and have somebody touch y'all. The realest, what do you think about Kanye supporting him? Uh, he don't have to support his actions, but he have been checking on his kids and he been talking about other people. When you get in trouble, your friends they scatter like roaches. Oh, okay. You don't think nothing of it. Well, I thought it was nice for him to you know, to show some support, and then he been checking on his kids. Cause everybody, you know, they done left itty bitty ditty alone now. You know, they was hollering, "Ain't no party like a ditty party," and everybody they was talking about. He was all on Ellen DeGeneres show. They was talking about the parties like they was the best thing since hot water cornbread. Yeah, yeah, they did have a yeah, they had a rapport, and then they even had a little falling out. But you know, I like Kanye West. I don't care what nobody say. They can call They can call Kanye West crazy. They can say he talk about the J people, but I like Kanye. People don't be getting the messages that Kanye be trying to give us. And then, he's messed up because he dealt with Hollywood. But uh, y'all stand by y'all family and friends through the good, bad, and ugly. Cause y'all don't know what hand life will deal to you. Yeah, I really, like I say, I don't like P. Diddy, Tootsie Roll Diddy because of Biggie, Tupac, Natanya, Kim Porter, all of the artists of my color that come up, on the live. But at least somebody had the nerves to go stand by itty bitty ditty. The realest, do you predict, have your predictions about the trial? You think he's gonna be a lifer, or you think he coming home? Well, all I can tell you is that I've been listening to the trial since the first day, and he's a dirty, no good MF. Yeah. What Miss Queen say? Mm, well, did my phone just freeze up? Okay, it's not illegal to be a bad human being. And then, yeah, no, it's really not. It's really not. But girl, let me tell you something. Cover your ears for a minute. The real Miss Queen, girl, I can't imagine going non-stop for 24 hours. Girl, I know she had to be sore. Oh my God, 24 hours. Shoot, they was having marathons. Good God Almighty. The fee, I ain't rocking with the fee. Girl, it had to be some good stuff. Cause girl, I can't imagine somebody going in me for no 24 hours. Girl, I know that's what I said too. 24 hours. Girl, you know she had to. spitting Epsom salts, everything. Like, Jesus. Woo! I'm like, even in my younger, when I was doing it out of both jaw legs, I couldn't have went no 24 hours. Girl, I'm hearing these stories and I'm like, man, these women sick. They had it going on 24 hours. Straight having somebody go in you? Mm-mm. Girl, you know her stuff had to be swollen. Shoot, do she even have any walls left in there? But in all seriousness, you know, to have somebody to do that for 24 hours, my goodness. Girl, who? I'm like, 24 hours. Did she just lay there? Well, seemed like you would get leg cramps, wall cramps, pee cramps. Then, then, then the goodies got to be soft 24 hours. 24 hours. It's a wonder them women would ever want somebody to go up in them. After going through all of that, girl, I bet you when them whoever was looking at them tapes, the feds, Homeland Security, or whatever, girl, they probably got their jollies off watching the tapes. Because they probably was like, woo, I never seen this before. Girl, they probably was, oh Lord, they probably was looking at them tapes and said, woo, my, dude, they, they probably had fun watching them tapes. Yeah, they said when they show the freak off case, uh, like the children, they were able to see them, but everybody else was able to hear. And they said you could hear a needle drop. Girl, I'm just like, Oh my goodness. That whole courtroom was in silence. Hell, they probably had their mouth open. But now to be honest, you know, it really ain't no law, you know, against having being a freak, is it? Yeah, I mean, there isn't a law against being a freak. Because the way they presented the case, it's all about the sex, nothing else. And then you got some of the women, they was telling, when they was telling the story, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I was getting ready to have a sex education class. And yes, I tell everybody I'm hooked on the case and I'm looking at it all day because you can't make this stuff up. I done heard some stuff, I'm like, huh? Yeah, the case has been a sex education class or something. Learned a few things, yeah. Yeah, I could remember back in the day, you know, if we wanted to learn some new things, women, we listened to Millie Jackson. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all laughing with me tonight. Uh, I was listening to some of the bloggers talking about Kanye. So I said I was going to do my own show because regardless of what y'all saying, he went and showed support. And so I thank y'all for joining me. It's been fun. Free itty bitty Tootsie Roll Diddy. Y'all have a great night. I really have fun tonight laughing because everybody ain't into YouTube. A lot of my friends, they still work. And so to be able to talk with people and laugh about this case was very entertaining for me tonight. Peace out, y'all. Everybody, good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. You too, the realist. You stay blessed. I know Miss Queen into spirituality. But anyway, peace, y'all.